8 animals who have lived longer than you can imagine. Fred, the oldest cockatoo. Cockatoos generally have a lifespan of about 60 years, but some have lived for even over a century in captivity. For instance, Fred, a sulphur-crested cockatoo residing at the Bonnarong Wildlife Sanctuary in Tasmania, Australia, is said to now be 104. Another Australian sulphur-crested cockatoo called Cocky Bennett reportedly lived until the age of 120 before he passed away in 1916. Cookie, a Majors Mitchell cockatoo, was also famous for its longevity. Cookie lived to be 83 at Brookfield Zoo just outside Chicago, Illinois, and passed away in 2016. Jonathan the Giant Tortoise. Jonathan lives on the governor's estate, and at an impressive 188 years old, scientists believe that he's the oldest living land animal to exist on the planet. Slow, gentle, and surprisingly friendly, Jonathan regularly strolls around the gardens and courts human company. However, about 5 years ago, things looked extremely bleak when he lost his eyesight as well as his sense of smell. The governor then summoned Joe Hollins, a local veterinarian, who immediately put Jonathan on a strict diet of apples, guavas, carrots, cucumbers, and bananas. The lifestyle change worked absolute wonders, and today, Johnny is living the best life ever. Henry the Tuatara. Tuataras descended from an extinct group of reptiles that once roamed the earth alongside dinosaurs. These scaled creatures are reportedly endemic to New Zealand, where they inhabit nearly 32 islands. The creatures can live up to or even past 100 years of age. Henry, one of the oldest living Tuatara, is reportedly at least 120. He resides at the Southland Museum and Art Gallery, where there's a Tuatarium habitat. Henry and his mate Mildred were supposedly still laying eggs together as of 2009 when he was already 111. Bowhead whales. With a lifespan that can exceed almost 200 years, the bowhead whale is said to be the longest living marine mammal. In addition to its impressive longevity, this species is also known for its namesake noggin, which contains the largest mouth of any other creature in the animal kingdom. According to Medical Daily, a group of Eskimos in Alaska even caught a bowhead whale back in 2007 that had 6 ancient harpoons stuck in its flesh. The harpoons reportedly dated back to the late 1800s, suggesting that the whale was about 211 years old at the time it passed away. Greenland shark. In a 2016 study, researchers discovered that, on average, Greenland sharks are said to have a lifespan of about 272 years. Yet the sharks, native to the North Atlantic, can live to almost 400 years, and this was proved by one very old unnamed Greenland shark, who was thought to be 400. A potential secret to this species' longevity might be its seemingly slow growth rate of 1 centimeter per year. Ming the quahog clam. Ocean quahogs, a type of clam, generally live 100 to 200 years. One of these clams, who was nicknamed Ming, was said to be 507 years old when it was found back in 2006 just off the coast of Iceland. To calculate Ming's age, the researchers counted all the bands in its shell. Ming was reportedly part of a group of 200 clams that had been dredged from the ocean and eventually frozen as part of a research project that was about climate change. Wisdom the Laysan albatross. A Laysan albatross who was named Wisdom is one of the oldest living birds currently flying through the friendly skies. She hatched back in 1951 and is still flying strong. Researchers had tagged 5-year-old Wisdom back in 1956, and since then, they have tracked her through the wild. Wisdom has reportedly flown over 3 million miles and has even survived several natural disasters. Wisdom has also laid 40 eggs to date, which is quite a lot considering most albatrosses tap out at 20. Turritopsis dohii. The only thing that is better than living a very long time is actually finding a way to outwit demise. One jellyfish species, the Turritopsis dohii, has managed to find this and is virtually immortal. As the jelly ages, it gradually settles onto the seafloor and then becomes a colony of polyps. The polyps soon spawn new and genetically identical jellyfish. If a Turritopsis dohii happens to get physically harmed or even starts to starve, it can actually transform back into a polyp at will and then, in turn, produces new, genetically identical jellyfish.